This is the Apostle out of Zurich. My throat is not so good, but I'm still doing this video anyhow. This is the Apostle out of Zurich saying, good evening, good evening. It's my time, 7:27 in the evening. If it's your first time on my channel, do like, share, comment, and subscribe. I want to take us a little bit through a little talking of pineapples. Pineapples are fairly slow-growing bromeliads. From slip, they take about a year to mature enough to form a flower for fruit. From sucker, about 1.5 years to form flowers, and from cutting, they can take 2.5 years to mature enough to flower. Once they flower, it takes another 6 months for the fruit to mature. Now, a lot of people have this vast idea about pineapple. Pineapple has a lot of variety. How many pineapple does a pineapple produce? Let me answer that question. A pineapple plant flowers only once and produce one pineapple. Then it dies. But before it dies, it also produces offspring. Suckers are little planets that grows between the leaves of the mature pineapples. So these ones are the one you keep planting again until you have the pineapples. A pineapple plant flowers once, as I said before, and produce only one pineapple. Pineapple, otherwise ananas comosus, is a prenatal plant that flowers once and produce a single pineapple. Oh yes, the pineapple dies after fruiting, as I said before. The mother plant dies slowly once fruit is complete, but the suckers or ratoons will continue to grow and eventually produce new fruits. Pineapples grown outdoor, whether in the ground or in a pot, require full all-day sunlight to produce the best growth and to eventually fruit. A lack of sunlight can slow folic development and prevent flowering. If you grow pineapple primarily for the folic, the plant can tolerate light afternoon shade. But it means that you add your pineapples in the house, or it doesn't grow the way how it should grow as it is outside with the sunlight. The questions are, can pineapple grow indoor? As I said before, rooting takes a couple of months. It is likely takes 2 to 3 years to get full fruit. But in the meantime, you can enjoy the spiky tropical foliage and the fun of growing a tropical treat. Here's how to root and grow pineapples indoor in your home. You can root the crown of store-bought pineapples. That means the top of the pineapple, you cut it, and then this one you make it a little bit quail, not too dry, and then you put it in some dirt, and there it begins to grow. How often should I water pineapple plants? You can then return to longer days. The pineapple plant is measly with water, requiring about 20 inches of natural rainfall per year. If well distributed, you only need to wet the soil once a week. And then when the plant is indoor, it's best to apply all the water to the soil and not on the plant itself. Another question, what climate do pineapples need to grow? Cold weather, 32 Fahrenheit or lower, can damage or freeze the plant. Pineapples are grown as a commercial plant in places like Hawaii, but grown in other areas, also in the U.S. Department of Agriculture plant RNS Zone 9 through 11 and indoors In cooler climate, to grow well, pineapples have certain soil requirement. That means the soil has to be in good order for the pineapples to be flourishable. You can't just even though sometimes you see pineapples between some stones, but it find its root in the soil. So the pineapples are there. Pineapples leaf. Many people ask the question, how many leaves do the pineapples have? Roughly, the pineapple fruits are actually composed of 100 to 200 fused berry-like fruits, short stem, terrestrial bromeliad, up to 3 meters tall in flowers. Basal rosetta of 30 to 50 leaves with spiny margin. That means it can juke you. You know, if you put your finger there, it just pick and stick you like a little needle. One will say, how do I look after pineapple plants? These are questions one can find around. Just pull off, then simple, dig a shallow hole in the ground or in a pot. Choose a sunny spot if possible, although pineapple will grow in dapper shade. Firm the soil around the base, and if the soil is dry, give the plant some water. That means you can put a little stone, some small, not pebbles, just a few stones around so the soil in the pot can be solid. Another question, can pineapples survive in winter? That means cold climate. Winter protection. When frost threatens, however, when frost threatens, winter protection is necessary to ensure that your pineapple plant will survive. If temperature drops to less than 32 degrees Fahrenheit for more than a few hours, move the plants indoor. Maybe its only chance of survival. That is if you're living in a climate that is cold. Pineapples rather be outdoor. How do you grow pineapples indoor, or you trim your pineapples? All this kind of stuff. One has to learn. So it's best to look up how to plant the pineapple before you start planting one. And then after a while, you say it's not growing. As I said before, pineapples take a long time to have pineapples on them. You don't just plant them and in a few months you are eating pineapples. They need time to develop, be too strong on the inside, and then it grows out. Once the pineapple is on the plant, it brings up smaller suckers, they call it, or ratoons. And then thereon, those ratoons, you can use them to replant them after the pineapple, say the mother plant, has started to harvest. I mean, you're picking out the pineapples out of, you see. So this is how we do the pineapples. Don't let anybody put any foolishness in your head. Pineapples take roughly 2 to 3 years to get fruits. So when you are planting pineapples, one has to exercise patience. These fertilizer fruit that one wants you to plant, they are only damaging to your body and damaging to the ground. On a ground where you have normal pineapples, when you put in a fertilizing technology concept of pineapple, you are damaging out the original pineapples. Don't let anybody fool you. Farmers, please teach others how to plant crops. And stop letting some grown men who don't even know how to hold on to their telephone bills. Teach the young people how to. Farmers, I know they are killing you off. I know they are stealing your crops. I know they are diversing all kind of different attention so you don't plant. Get somebody to train. Train them in the agricultural sector. Tell them that if they want to be entrepreneurs, if they want to enter into business, and they think that farming is what they want, they can come to you and you teach them how to farm. Proper farming, not fake farming that gives me belly cramps. Fake juices that makes you sick. I mean the real deal for the real thing. Pineapple is God's fruit. It's planted out there, and look how it look pretty. It doesn't even want you to touch it. That means it put up some prickles to keep you away. And when you taste the real pineapples, where they call them the cowboy, the honey pineapple, they are radiant. You don't need extra sugar. My viewers and subscribers, maybe I missed out some tips, but I want you to help me. To help somebody. Help a farmer, a young farmer, a young entrepreneur who think that farming is what he can do. Thank you for listening. This is the Apostle out of Zurich saying shalom.